right, race fans. Welcome to TurnLeft TV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans. Welcome to Alabama, baby. It's race number 3. IndyCar Brazil. It's the Grand Prix of Alabama. Should be a fun one tonight, man. I tell you what, 46 laps here tonight at this track. These guys have their work cut out for them. This is that Skip Barber Motorsports track located in Birmingham, Alabama. Should be a great one, man. IndyCar Brazil in action for the 2019 IndyCar Z Series. Race number 3. Hang on, boys and girls. It's about to get wild. Well, there's a lot of twists and turns at this track, that is for sure. Barber Motorsports Park, IndyCar Brazil style tonight. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Right now, these guys are in the qualification session. Looks like Ismael Colbus is the top time here, 106.577. He has been lightning fast. Been watching him in the practice session, and man, that guy is on a rail. Benor Silva shown in second, Edson Luis third, Julio Caligari fourth, Olafo Cesar currently in the 5th position. I'll tell you what, man, we'll take a look at the track here. Barber Motorsports Park, Birmingham, Alabama. 3.83 kilometer, 16-turn road course. And a very, very tough one, man. A lot of really very challenging turns. And one that I've been looking at is the corkscrew. So you definitely got to be aware of where you're at on that one and your speed. Because that thing can get away from you in a hurry in that turn. So I'm sure we'll be seeing that before the night's over. So that is Barber Motorsports Park. Again, 3.83 kilometer, 16-turn road course located in Birmingham, Alabama. Take a look at Tiago Fassini. Having a little trouble there on, well, looks like he's finished his qualification attempt. Sorry, I thought he was going off track. He is going off track. He's going in the pits. Ederson Carnero in the 09 car. Getting his lap in. There's that corkscrew area there, right there. It's a tough part of the track. We'll take a look at the point standings here in the 2019 Indy Z Car Series. Edson Luis, big win last week. It's a 1-point lead over Benor Silva. Ismael Colbus is in 3rd. Neto Vidal 4th. Eldon Mueller is 5th. You see Julio Caligari, Carlos Leite, Edson Carnero, Tiago Fassini, and Olafo Cesar round out the top 10. Take a look at the chat here. Hey, man. Edson Luis has already been in here. He says, Boa noite. And we wish him the best of luck tonight. So hopefully we'll get some more folks here before long in the chat session. Again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Tonight's race is brought to you by IndyCar Brazil. Man, these guys have got some great racing going on. Not only Indy cars, man, you can do some stock cars here, GT3 cars, DTM cars. There's a whole lot of stuff in the works here at IndyCar Brazil, man. Give those guys a look. Just go to Google there and type in IndyCar Brazil, and you're going to get these guys' website, and I'm sure they will be glad to entertain you. Of course, this is TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and I want to say thank you so much for joining us here. Always appreciate people coming out. Always excited to do the IndyCar Brazil races. Man, these guys really make it happen. I'm telling you what, these guys get after it. Showing 13 drivers here tonight so far. Make sure the ugly cam is working, and the side-by-side, I think it is. Might have to save you the ugly cam. Oh no, hey, right here it is. Boa noite. I got to do my Sullivan impression. Hey, HJ, no pasa de pizza. Hey, Sullivan, welcome back, man. We miss you. Hope you had a very enjoyable anniversary and time off there. And was really able to relax and enjoy yourself, enjoy family and so forth. And glad to see you back. I know the guys missed you. I don't know who that guy is, man. It looks like Sandro Kelmer in here. Probably taking a break from getting some practice laps in for that big Wednesday race that he has coming up. So I believe that's going to be north side, if I'm not mistaken, Richmond. A little short track action coming up on Wednesday. So I wish him the best of luck on Wednesday, and good to see him. Boa noite, Sandro. I want to thank you so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking it out here at TurnLeft TV. Always appreciate people coming out, man. I never thought in a million years that I would be doing this, and of course, I always wanted to, but just never thought I'd be able to figure it out, and finally sat down and said, hey, I'm going to figure this out, see if I can't broadcast some races and contribute that way. Something that was greatly needed, I think, in the rFactor 2 community. But nonetheless, I really appreciate people coming out and checking out the channel. And if you haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up button in the description of the race, and then also you can hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You can share these videos across all your social media platforms. Anywhere you can share YouTube videos, you can definitely share them with folks, and let them know what we got going on here. If you'd like to donate, you can please click the donate button there up in the banner of the channel, and all your support, no matter what level it is greatly appreciated. And again, thank you so much. We're in a warm-up session, man. We got about a minute and a half to go. We got to get things going, boys. Really got to be wondering what Edson Luis has got up his sleeve here tonight, man. He got a huge win last week. Qualifying third and led 48 of 50 laps at St. Petersburg. Got a huge win for that team. And so Edson Luis, can he make it 2 in a row? He's going to have his he's got his work cut out for him, that's for sure, because it's a tough track here coming up. So here tonight. But congratulations to Edson Luis on a great race win last week, and we'll see if he can't put two together here and make it 2 wins in a row. Just a few minutes left here. Wait a minute, a few seconds. 10 seconds left. Sorry, I was on Brazil time. All right, boys and girls, I think it is that time. Grand Prix of Alabama. 46 laps here at Barber Motorsports Park. Race number 3 in the 2019 Indy Z Car Series.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys. Here we go. Guess who's starting on the pole? It is Ismael Colbus. He's starting on the pole here tonight, so congratulations to him. We're waiting on him to get out there on the track. Benor Silva starts in the 2nd position. Edson Luis is 3rd. Edgerson Carnero starts in the 4th position in that 09 car. In 5th is Tiago Fassini. Starting in the 6th position is Julio Caligari. Starting in 6th is Julio Caligari starts in 6th. Starting in the 7th position is Olafo Cesar. Elder Mueller, the 02 starts in 8th. In 9th, oh, Sullivan, man! No pass to the pace car! Get out of the pit stop! Enters Magel. Starting in the 10th position. Anderson Ferreira starts in the 11th position. Michelle Mendonça starts in the 12th position. Carlos Leite in the 54 starts in 13th. And Neto Vidal starts in the 14th position. All right, boys and girls, we are ready to make it happen here. That is a very, very tough part of the track right there. They've already knocked some cones over and they're under yellow. The pace lap. Got cones flying everywhere. This is a perfect example of a case where you just want to race the track, man. You cannot lose your concentration at this place. It is a very, very tough track. I was out here doing some practice laps, just checking it out. And, man, this thing is tough. Very technical track, and I think these guys are up for the challenge. These are great race car drivers, great IndyCar drivers, and Ismael Colbus is going to lead the field to take the green flag here. Sinister Racing Honda. $14 drivers coming in tonight, so can be a little crazy here side by side. We got somebody coming down pit lane. I think they have to start in the pits there, or from the pits, I should say. So here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
The green. Oh, Edson Luis, man, that 44 car gets a great start. Oh, a little bumping already right there. Little bumping. Ismael Colbus did not like that, I don't think. He is now in 3rd. He's got Edgelson Carnero all over the back of him and is getting around him. Oh, man, already some contact there. I think Edgelson Carnero got into the back of Edson Luis, and he's lost the front wing on that car. We got some carnage here as well. Some guys spinning around. We've already got parts and pieces on the track. Edson Luis is, he was a race leader, but I'll tell you what, man. Edgelson Carnero in that 09 car has now taken the lead. Ismael Colbus out of the back. of Edelson's car. You see Ismael Colbus now in second. Edson Luis drop back to third. Man, oh, there's going to be, these guys are bumping like it's stock cars here. And I hear some more carnage back there. These guys having all sorts of trouble here with this track. This is a very, very tough track, man. Like I said, you just got to race the track. Thiago Facchini. Now, Edelson Carnero has come down pit lane. Remember, he has had a little issue there with getting into the back of, I think he got into the back of, who did he get in? Edson Luis. Edson Luis has retired his machine, so Thiago Facchini is our race leader. Ismael Colbus is second. Ben Arcelba third. Edson Luis, I cannot believe it. He's retired his car, man. Take a look at Julio Caligari here. He is running in the fifth position, I believe. Actually shown in, in fifth. So Thiago Facchini is continuing to lead the field. Ismael Colbus second. Ben Arcelba is third. We'll take a look at Ben Arcelba here in that 87 car, shown in the third position. Our front three, man, pretty tight right here. These guys come to play, that's for sure. There's Mago having some issues there coming off track here, getting back on the track. And, oh, man, I'll tell you what, he might have some connection issues there. It could be on my end, too. We got a battle here for the second position. 87. Ben Arcelba. Oh, a little cone on the track there. And the 14 car of Ismael Colbus battling for position. Ismael Colbus in the second spot. Ben Arcelba shown in third. On board here with Ben Arcelba. As you see, he is, man, I'll tell you what, this track is just so technical. Like I said, you can't really race the other cars necessarily. You just got to race the track. Yeah, you definitely got to pick your spots to make a pass here, but, man, you just got to pay attention to the track. And these guys at the top of the game here, lead 1, 2, 3. So not too many mistakes going to happen out of this camp, that's for sure. Michel Mendonça here shown in fourth. He's starting to reel these guys in here a little bit. He's shown in the fourth position. So he's having a pretty good night here in the top four. Take a look at the Julio Caligari here running in the fifth position. And he's top five, looking pretty good right now. He is a little bit down there, 26 seconds down though. So he's definitely got some work to do. And you got to expect that some of these guys are going to have trouble here before it's over with. So you just got to be patient here, and you might pick up some spots. Don't forget, you got pit stops as well to happen. These guys will start to come up on some lap traffic, and I'll tell you what, man, that battle for the second position is heating up there. Ben Arcelba trying to get around Ismael Colbus, and that is not happening right now. I mean, Ismael Colbus is protecting that position, and these guys are now trying to go around some lap traffic there. Sullivan Gardena, I believe, in the ninth spot, letting these guys go by. Good to see Sullivan out. Great looking paint scheme there for Sullivan. See, he runs that turn a little wide there and gets into the tire barrier, I believe. He's spinning that car around, so he's having a little bit of trouble there. Might still be on vacation. Take a look at that spin there by Sullivan. A little bit of warping there going on from my perspective, but you know, back out on track. And he said, hey, let's kick that cone back over there in the kitty litter. Get it out of the grass. Anderson Ferreira shown in the 6th position here. That Lowe's sponsored machine. It's an 86 car. He's got Edgelson Carnero all over the back of him right now. 6th and 7th. See Edgelson Carnero out of the back of this car. Again, a lot of twists and turns. Of course, it is a road course, but man, this thing has got some elevation changes and some really, really challenging turns. I think the corkscrew area is really kind of like Laguna Seca. I mean, it's a little bit different here. We get a challenge here. This is Anderson Ferreira and Edgelson Carnero racing for the 6th position. Anderson shown in 6th in that 86 car, and the 09 of Edgelson Carnero shown in 7th. Just behind, and ooh, man, he's trying to sneak that car through. Good little pass right there, and Edgelson Carnero is going to take that spot. So very challenging right there, that area. You're on board there with Anderson Ferreira running in the 7th position. Just to give you an idea of how challenging that area of the track is. About this, Ben Silva trying to get around Ismael Kolba. 87 and the 14 battling for that spot through the turn, and then that little corkscrew area, and Ben Silva going to take that spot. So Ismael Kolba's now back to the 3rd position. Ben Silva is 2nd. Take a look at Neto Vidal here in the 21 car. Right now running in the 13th spot. I don't know how Neto Vidal, how in the world is he typing and chatting? He's got a frowny face on it. Somebody's there. Somebody's got to be chatting for Neto Vidal, man. But right now, good character, man. What a great guy. Running in the 13th spot. He's 4 laps down, but man, maybe he pulled into the pits there and chat a little bit. Could have been. So good to see Neto out tonight. I don't know, man. Ben Silva is not playing right now. He is now challenging for the lead. And he is challenging Tiago Fassini for the lead. And that's the same place that he passed Ismael Kolba as well. So, man, we have got a tight battle here with these guys. This is 4 cars here within a second of each other. The top 4. So Ben Silva is the race leader. Lost my cursor there. So Ben Silva is shown in 1st. Tiago Fassini 2nd. Ismael Kolba is 3rd. Michel Mendonça is in the 4th spot. Down the front of his car here. He's running in 4th. I'll tell you what, man. These guys are pretty close together, man. It's a pretty good race to watch here for these first 4 guys. So having a pretty good night there is Michel Mendonça. Elder Mueller here in the 0-2. He's in 8th position right now. Pretty solid night for him so far. And he's one of those guys, man, he's not a huge risk taker as far as making moves on the track. And this is a guy that's definitely going to be paying attention to just racing the track here. Always be aware of the handling of your car. Be aware of the cars around you. And this guy's at the top of his game when it comes to that. Julio Calagare here coming down pit lane in that 33 car. So interesting pit stop here as the 33 making a pit stop here, giving up the 7th position. 87 of Ben Silva continuing to lead the field. Tiago Fassini is second. See Julio Caligari after service here coming back out on pit lane. He will be in the 7th position. So we didn't give up 7th, man. He's able to hold on to 7th there. We got a big gap there between some of those guys, but Julio got to feel pretty good about that. Really not losing any positions there when he come down and make a pit stop. He does have the race leaders behind him, but oh, and he comes off the track right there. No, that's Benoit Silva coming off the track. Oh man, my race leader comes off the track, and Tiago Fassini is the race leader now. So Benoit Silva comes off track. Take a look here. He just overshoots. And again, this is a tough part of the track, man. I told you there was going to be a lot of trouble there that night, and he gets off the track and then keeps that car out of the wall and all the wings on the car. But nonetheless, he has lost a ton of positions there. He's now back to the 4th spot, 4.2 seconds back. So he's got some work to do to make up that time. And Tiago Fassini is now the race leader, but he has got Ismael Kobus breathing down his neck. Michel Mendonça keeping him honest there, running in the 3rd position. Take a look at the Olafo Cesar here. He is running in the 9th spot. So I think he's probably gotten caught up in a few things there at the beginning of the race, but he's got 2 laps down. Probably had to come in to get some repairs done to that machine, but nonetheless, here having a decent night, man. Again, in the 9th spot, given all the trouble he's had. 2 laps down, so hopefully he's just praying that he's able to keep the car on the track, and then some of these other guys have some issues, and he's going to be able to gain some spots. Tiago Fassini here is holding on to first, man. That guy is fast tonight, so that 14 car looking pretty solid here as Ismael Kobus and Michel Mendonça starting to race for position. That battle is tightening up here. This is Michel Mendonça running in the 3rd spot, Sinister Racing Machine. So he's trying to get a hold of his teammate there, Ismael Kobus. So a good tight battle between those 2 guys. And again, I said, oh, man, he's got a pretty good run right there on Ismael Kobus. He backs off there, wisely backs off. And again, I think he's just racing the track right now. All these guys really doing a great job, man. Very entertaining race here. The top 3 all within a stone's throw of each other. Like I said, man, this is a track where this thing can get away from you in a hurry, as Benoit Silva has learned, but he's in 4th position, and really, he's really not lost any more time. I mean, he dropped back to a little over 4 seconds back, and he's really been able to keep his composure and really rebound pretty well. So, and again, some of these guys, for a fact that they're going to have trouble here. We're only 13 laps in, scheduled to go 46 laps. Some of these guys ahead are going to have trouble. They're going to miss a turn or 2. So you definitely have a chance to close the gap and maybe get back up to the race lead. Edgelson Carnero here running in the 5th spot. A little over a minute down right now, but on the lead lap. See that car there just a little bit out of shape there when he got off that turn. Not exactly the view I was looking for there. see him come by here, and see Anderson Ferreira come by, and I think that's who's our Tiago Facini, Ismael Cobas, Michelle Mendonça all coming by. That's 1, 2, 3. Just give you an idea how close he is to going a lap down. And then we have Benor Silva coming up through here. So right now, Tiago Facini continues to lead the field here, 14 laps in. He has been solid tonight. Ismael Cobas is second. Michelle Mendonça is third. And we might have a battle here for the lead here before it's said and done here. Tiago Facini has Ismael Cobas all over the back of him right now. Ismael Cobas in the grass there. Oh, man, he got that car off in the grass, and he lost a position there. Michelle Mendonça had gotten by, so Ismael Cobas going to have to regain his composure there. He had caught up to Tiago Facini, but was not able to complete the pass and went off track, missed the turn, went off track, and then Michelle Mendonça got by. How about that? Take a look at this pass here. Michelle Mendonça right there, ready to pounce when Ismael Cobas gets off track. Julio Caligari here in the 33 car, getting some word that he might have come off track here. Oh, and he spins that car. He didn't come off track here. Oh, man, he stays on the track, but, man, he had a tough time there. But the great news for him is he doesn't hit anything. He loses some time, that's for sure, in that 33 car, but nonetheless, he did not make any contact. Well, guess who our next our race leader is? I got a little tongue-tied here. Take a look at this pass here. Michelle Mendonça. Tiago Facini drag race into the turn, and Tiago Facini gives up that spot. Michelle Mendonça now in the race lead. Man, those Sinister Racing machines right now just look solid. I'll tell you what, man. Look who's here. Look who. Oh, Tiago Facini had some trouble there. Benor Silva takes advantage, and I think Benor Silva's gotten around both of those guys. They might have made some contact with each other. We'll take a look here. Watch here. This is Ismael Cobas. And, we got some trouble right there. Oh, some contact. So 2 and 3 get together. Ismael Cobas and Tiago Facini making contact with one another. Watch this, man. This is Tiago Facini. Just gets that car out of shape, and then he's going to back it into Ismael Cobas, who was trying to sneak through. Oh, no. I told you, man, these guys are going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to make mistakes here. This is on board here with Ismael Cobas as he's trying to get through, and he makes a little contact there. I don't know if it knocked the wing off that car or not. It does look like this wing is gone off that car, and he's not able to make that turn. Oh, no. He's on board here with Tiago Facini. He just misses this turn, spins this car, and then backs this car into Ismael Cobas, who was trying to sneak through on the left side and was not able to get through. So Michelle Mendonça is the race leader, and so far, man, he's been the guy who has not really had any trouble. Benor Silva shown in second. Edgelson Carnero now third, so we've got some of these guys on pit lane. He's made pit stops here and now come back out. So you see Tiago Fassini's made that pit stop, come back out here. He is now 1 lap down in the 6th position. Oh, Michel Mendoza missed a turn there. You see he got that car a little bit wide. He missed that turn, and man, he almost got off track and got in the wall. Hey, again, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Man, this has been an action-packed race. Thanks so much for coming in and joining us here on TurnLeft TV. If you want to support us, you can also click on the link down in the description of the channel, the Fanatic link, if you're interested in purchasing a direct drive wheel, or you don't necessarily have to get the direct drive wheel, but if you're looking for a steering wheel or a wheelbase, or maybe a shifter or some pedals, give those guys a look, man, and follow that link. I would greatly appreciate that here at TurnLeft TV. And you can follow us on Twitter at TurnLeft TV, and also on Facebook at TurnLeft TV1, and you get updates when races are coming up. And thanks so much again for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. I love doing this, and really love doing these IndyCar Brazil races. These guys are a fantastic group of gentlemen, and very racy, very friendly. So you see Ben Silva here coming through in the 2nd position. So about 8 seconds back. Anderson Carneiro is in 3rd. Anderson Ferreira is in the 4th position. That 86 car. So again, you've seen some other guys having some trouble there, man. We saw that Ismael Cobas and Tiago Fassini got together, and now they're back to 5th and 6th respectively. Take a look at Giulio Caligari here. Man, I tell you what, he's had a tough night. Oh my gosh, he hit hard. He hit hard. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I see anything moving in that car. He is on fire too. That car is on fire, man. Did you see that? Take a look at this again. That car literally goes up in flames there. He makes hard contact right there with the wall, and that car is on fire. Check that out. Man, what a tough break there for Giulio Caligari, man. Not the night he wanted to have, but man, that thing got wicked loose on him, and came around and smacked the wall. He was not able to catch that car, and he smacked the wall hard. Michel Mendoza, he's missed that turn right there. He's the race leader, so you see he missed that turn. And now Ben Silva's caught up there, so Michel Mendoza misses that turn in that 2 car, and Ben Silva, the 87, is right there on his tail now. He's got to just maintain his composure here as Ben Silva breathing down his neck. So good tight battle here. I told you, man, these guys, it's inevitable. I mean, this track, you cannot hit every turn perfectly, so you're going to have trouble there, going to miss a turn or two. And especially when the tires start to wear out a little bit, makes it even more challenging. So Michel Mendoza, it looks like he's recovered pretty well there. He's able to open up a little bit of a gap there on Ben Silva. So those guys get around Anderson Ferreira in the 86 car, that Lowe's sponsored machine. Holding his own though here, even though he's running in the 4th position. He is a lap down, but see some guys here that have come off pit lane to see Ismael Cobas get around Ben Silva in that 14 car. So Ben Silva is, I think he went off track there. I don't think he expected Ismael Cobas to catch him that fast. You see, just kind of an odd place, and he just misses that turn, didn't expect it, and nonetheless gets off track. So he's back out on track, still in the 2nd position. Edgelson Carnero, look at that quietly. I mean, he has been a stealthy third place here. He has gotten himself up to third. He had a tough night here early on, but some of these other guys have had some trouble here later. He is the last car on the lead lap, but nonetheless in third. How about that? .23 laps in, so approaching halfway here. Following Edgelson Carnero in the third position, that 09 car. Ismael Cobas recovered here a little bit. Again, running with his teammate right now. A couple Sinister Racing Machines. This is the 14 car, Ismael Cobas. See teammate pitting there, and that Michelle Mendonça, our race leader. So the Sinister Racing Machine, Michelle Mendonça, that 2 car coming down pit lane. Take a look at Tiago Fassini. He's running in the 6th position right now. As Michelle Mendonça comes back out on track. I think Ben Arcel is probably going to take the race lead here. And that is the case as Michelle Mendonça comes back out in the 2nd position. So Ben Arsilva, what a shocker. Not shocking to me, I was being sarcastic. The 87 car to the race lead. Michelle Mendonça making a pit stop here, giving up the race lead in 2nd. He's about 5 seconds down. About 4.5 to 5 seconds down here. Edgelson Carnero is in 3rd. Ismael Cobas is 4th. Anderson Ferreira is in the 5th position. This has been an action-packed race. Again, a lot of guys here just having some issues. With this track. Oh, Ben Arsilva getting off track. Oh no, he coming into the pits, man. I just thought he overshot that turn. That is so deceptive there coming in. Oh my God, he's making a pit stop. Oh boy. That is so deceptive there, man. It looks like they're driving right off the track, and you know, they from the way that camera views, but nonetheless, Ben Arsilva making a pit stop here, and that is going to give the lead back to Michelle Mendonça. How about that? So you see Ben Arsilva now going to come back out in at least the 3rd position. Maybe even further back than that. I think he's probably going to be able to hold on to 3rd spot, but he's going to have some work to do to get back up there, because remember, Michelle Mendonça has already made a pit stop here, so I don't know whether he's got enough fuel or tires or whatever to be able to make it the rest of the way. I'm not sure what the pit window is, but nonetheless, Ben Arsilva's got some work to do and some traffic. See him getting around Elder Mueller. So our race leader is Michelle Mendonça. And that what is that car now? The 2 car. Checked on that over now here lately. Under Sinister Racing Machine, number 21 car here running in the 9th position. And again, Neto's at the point now, right now, where he just wants to maybe pick up a few more spots. Some of these other guys may have trouble here. You're just a little past halfway, and make this a good point tonight here. So the start of these races can be so challenging, because There's so much going on. You got so many other cars out on the track at the same time when you're trying to drive this track, and guys just have trouble there early on in the race. And I think that's just what we, and the consequence is that you can get caught up in somebody else's mistake too. And I think that's just what you see with some of these guys like Neto, Olafo Cesar, Eldon Mueller. They've just gotten caught up in some other mistakes here that other drivers have made and gotten themselves behind the 8 ball a little bit. Take a look at Eldon Mueller here running in the 7th position in that 02 car. So he's picked up a spot there. He got around Olafo Cesar, who has come down pit lane. You got Tiago Fassini there in 6th, who goes around. So looking at Tiago Fassini here on lap 27, running in the 5th position, as Anderson Ferreira has come down pit lane. So we're watching the 10s. There he is. Anderson making a pit stop there in that 86 Lowe's machine. So he taking service, comes back out on track in the 6th position. How about this, man? Edgelson Carnero in the 2nd spot. He had some trouble there early on. He's been quiet, man. Stealthy. Just a stealthy 2nd place. Speaking of stealthy and sneaking in here, look at that, Miguel Braga sneaking in. It says Boa Noche. Good to see you, Miguel. Glad to see you join us here in the chat session. So if you're just joining us here, we got 46 laps here tonight, 28 laps in. And our leader is Michel Mendonça. And he's just had some trouble there. See the front wing missing on that car. So our race leader having some issues, and I bet he's going to have to come into the pits and get some service done on that machine, because that thing is not going to turn, and he heads right into the pits to get some service done on this machine. Let's see what happened to Michel Mendonça man, I don't know what happened to him. Take a look here. That's just a little bit earlier, a little bit too late there. So here's our race leader. We're following him, and we'll take a look and see what happened here. As our race leader, the 2 car, Michel Mendonça, has some trouble. I think it looks pretty good there. Taking that turn just a little bit wide, but that's a tough turn there, the corkscrew. Whatever the case is, he gets off track there just a little bit. Oh, you see, he hits the curb there. Oh my heavens, man. See that? He hit the curb. Jump back here. Don't like doing it this way here, but he smacks the curb. See this front wing here digs into the ground, but he smacks that curb right there, and it rips the bottom out of that car. Flips the cone up, and you see the cone landed on its side, on the bottom. So, wow, big time problems there for Michel Mendonça, and he has retired his machine. Oh, no. What a horrible break there for him, Michel Mendonça. Just want to take a look at this again. everything okay right there, but man, he's just going to get off the track here, just get a little bit wide, and he smacks one of those curbs there. Just something jutted out from the curb. He smacks the curb and loses the front end of this car. So this is where it's going to happen here, coming into this next turn. Actually overshooting that turn. See, watch the cone. The cone lands straight up. How about that, man? That's the bottle flip trick. Oh, what a tough break there for Michel Mendonça. That is just an awful break there for him. Anderson Ferreira trying to pick up another spot. He's in the 5th position, and oh man, he spins that car in the turn, but man, he just picks up, gets right going, man. Great job to the 86 car. Maintain 5th spot. Our race leader is Edgelson Carneiro. Benor Silva is 2nd. Ismael Cobas 3rd. Tiago Fassini 4th. Anderson Ferreira is in the 5th position. So a tough break there for Michel Mendonça, man. He was leading the field here, had a tough car. And we've seen a lot of guys here tonight. Almost everybody's had some trouble somewhere along the line. This is just a tough track. So you've got 8 cars here still in the race, and you know, the war of attrition has been pretty significant, taking a toll on some of these cars here. It's just now survival mode. Trying to make the fewest mistakes and survive. Benor Silva is shown in 2nd. Edgelson Carneiro right now leading the field, but this 87 car on the way. And he's had some trouble too. And this is what I was saying here a little bit earlier about Olaf Cesar, you know, the mentality, you know, not only with him and Edo Vidal as well, Elder Mueller, the mentality of these guys here is that some other guys are going to have some trouble. Let's just keep plugging away here, and we're going to pick up some spots. Eder Smegel, a curva da morte. Yeah. Said he was talking about the turn there. That seems to be getting a lot of people there, and that is the corkscrew there. But good to see Eder out, man. Tough night here for him, but glad to see he comes back in the chat. He's always got a good attitude, positive attitude, and you know, a little Jack Daniels along the way doesn't hurt. So we're looking at Olaf Cesar here, shown in the 6th position. This is just a tough track here, man. Credit to all the drivers here. It really is a tough track. You know, it's just very technical track, elevation changes, some really pretty tight twists and turns, and really some medium speed turns too. It's just you know, crazy. You see uphill and turning at the same time, you know. So very tough track, man. And credit to these drivers here. You've got Edgelson Carneiro right now leading the field, and he's coming down pit lane. Benor Silva probably going to take over the race lead here. So the Benor Silva takes the race lead as Edgelson Carneiro now on pit lane. So we'll see at the back of the tent again. As the 09 car makes a pit stop here, Benor Silva back to the race lead. Here on lap 34. This guy always seems to rise to the challenge, man. You just don't see too many bad races out of the 87 car. Again, being very, very conservative here, but he can't be too nonchalant about these laps because he's got somebody there in his zip code, and that is Ismael Cobas. Ismail Kobus here shown in the second position, and he's only 6 seconds back. And I'll tell you what, man, that is not much. That's 1 or 2 missed turns, and he is there. So Ismail Kobus in the 14 car rebounding a little bit here, shown in second. Benor Silva is the race leader. Again, we'll give you an idea what 6 seconds is like. So there he goes, Benor Silva, and there's Ismail Kobus right there. And a little bit of lap traffic, maybe Ismail's teammate ahead. 87 car here trying to finish this race out. He's got the race lead. There's that very technical part of the track there, tough part of the track. What Eder called it, the curve of death. The curve of death. A curva de da morte. As you see Edelson Carnera coming off track. I believe he had some trouble there. No, that was Elder Mueller there. Sorry about that. The 02 car. Tiago Fassini here. Oh, Tiago Fassini gets around, and Edelson Carnero gets by. Taking over the third position. Tiago Fassini now back to fourth. Take a look here out of the front of his machine. Watch this. Tiago Fassini just going to spin that car around. He says, I'm going to go around on the high side here. And takes that spot. Tell you what, man, Elder Mueller has got a whole lot of cars in his zip code here right now. Elder Mueller here running in the 7th position. Olafo Savesar goes by. Getting an idea of just how much you got to work at this track here. Man, it's just a tough, tough track. Taking some more cones with him there. Benor Silva is the race leader. I'll tell you what, man, Edelson Carnero, he's had some more trouble here. He missed this turn and trying to recover here, and he might end up giving that third spot back up again to Tiago Fassini. Holds on to third so far. Tiago Fassini closing the gap. But Benor Silva says, hey, man, I want nothing. I want no part of that. I want to get away from these guys as much as I can and keep this car out of trouble. So this 87 car here on lap 37 is the race leader. And you see he's being very, very patient with that turn right there. So Edelson Carnero now back to stays in third. Tiago Fassini is fourth. Anderson Ferreira is in the 5th position. Again, being very, very patient with these turns, man. You really got you got a pretty good gap there. About 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds here, I guess, to Ismail Kobus. Ismail Kobus does not seem like he's really nipping into that lead at all. Hey, coming up on Wednesday, man, we'll be at Northside International for the Ironman Racing Series. 157 laps, race number 5 in the 2019 Season C. Should be a great one. That's coming up on Wednesday, live right here on TurnLeft TV. Benor Silva is the race leader. Ismail Kobus now about 7 seconds down. So Benor Silva here, patience. Here on lap 38, just continuing to extend that lead. Take a look at Anderson Ferreira here. He's running in the 5th position. He's the last car on the lead lap. That low is sponsor number 86. And again, some of these guys, man, they got to be very thankful, I think, with all the trouble that everybody's had along the way. You know, to find yourself, say, in the top 5 You really got to feel pretty fortunate about that. Right now, the 86 car shown in 5th. Just ahead of him in the 4th position is Tiago Fassini. So again, he led a few laps here tonight. So race not over here, but he's definitely got some laps led this evening. Just had some issues like everybody else, and somebody was there to take advantage of that as you see him coming down the front stretch. Take a look at Neto Vidal, man. He gets a little bit wide into the grass right there, trying to hang on. Oh, he spins that car around there. I'm not sure what caught, but something caught that car, and he spun around. And he's trying to get that car pointed back in the right direction to get this car back on track and finish out this race in that 21 car. Well, I'll tell you what, man, Ismael Kobus is starting to catch this 87 car. Ismael Kobus now about 4 seconds down, so he is starting to close the gap. Does he have enough time to be able to catch the 87 car? We'll get an idea of where those two guys are in relationship to each other. There goes Benor Silva there, and then there is Ismael Kobus right there, man. So he is on the move. So Benor Silva undoubtedly knows that Ismael Kobus is closing in. We might see a last lap pass here tonight. Take a look at Olafo Cesar here running in the 6th position. Again, having a pretty good night here, just winning the war of attrition. He is 3 laps down, but nonetheless winning the war of attrition here as getting away with it so far. A pretty good placing here in the sixth place, given all the trouble some of these guys have had. Elder Mueller here running in the 02 car in 7th. These guys now just trying to finish out this race. Neto Vidal is in the 8th spot in that 21 car. I'll tell you what, man, that lead has dropped down below 4 seconds now. Now we're down into the 2s. I'm telling you right now, Ismael Kobus is on the move, boys and girls. So this race is not over by any imagination here. I'll tell you what, I think Ismael Kobus might have come off track right there. He might have missed that turn and swung out a little bit wide. He's now back to 4 seconds there. I think he did. I think he missed the turn there a little bit. See if we can't back this up here just enough to see. A little bit of lock up here, but that's okay. Don't be worried. Or be worried. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't like that. Well, you're just going to have to take my word for it. Take my word for it. Ah, I love this game. Well, anyway, it looked like it came off track. Take my word for it. So, nonetheless, that lead has now grown back to around 4 seconds. And he misses that turn a little bit. So here we are, 43 laps in. Ben Silva is the race leader. Ismael Kolbas second. Edelson Carnero is in third. Tiago Fassini is fourth. Ederson Ferreira is in the fifth position. Take a look at Ismael Kolbas running in second. Looking out of the front of his machine here. And I'll tell you, again, you see it's a very technical track here. Not only long turns and multifaceted turns, but also some chicanes and, did I mention the corkscrew? You can definitely see Ben Silva out of the front of his machine. Just a little bit of lap traffic up there as well. And that may tighten things back up, depending on, tighten it up even further here, depending on how well Ben Silva was able to get through. So we're down 2.5 seconds here with about 2-3 laps to go. Right, 87 car, man, I'll tell you what, he just always finds a way to get to the front. A lot of practice laps, a lot of experience, a lot of patience. Good decision making. Ismael Kolbas is going to make it interesting here. I tell you, he's got about 2.5 laps to make a run. And we're down to about 2 seconds here, so I'm telling you, Ismael Kolbas is, he missed that turn there, so he's dropped up, or he's dropped down there a little bit. But he's going to make it interesting, I'm telling you. This race is not over. One little bobble here. We got 2 laps to go. One little bobble here for Ben Silva in the 87 car. He's going to be there. Tell you what, man, Ben Silva is just a great race car driver, man. I've seen him win a lot of races, and he's always competitive, always finds a way to get that car to the front. And good to see him up front again. And he's got about 1.5 laps here to take care of business before he pulls off a race victory. But Ismael Kolbas has had a little bit of trouble there falling back. Now about 4 seconds down, so Ben Silva, if he can just keep it clean here, just run some good, solid laps, he's got 1 more lap to go. Take a look at Ismael Kolbas here running in the second position. He's now about 5 seconds back, and I think he really just pushed that car so hard to try to catch Ben Silva. He's worn out those tires there a little bit. Tiago Fassini, man, how about the recovery in there? He's running in the third position right now. And good run for him after having the trouble that he had, too. Remember, those guys were having a great battle. There were about 4 cars there up front having a great battle. But Ben Silva looks to be in control here and off to another race victory in that 87 machine. Ben Silva, man, he is down the front stretch. The 87 car. Ben Silva going to get a big race win here at Barber Motorsports Park in the Grand Prix of Alabama. So congratulations to that 87 car. Big race win for him. Ismael Kolbas finishes in the second position. I think Tiago Fassini is going to end up getting the third spot. Anderson Ferreira is in the 4th position. Olafo Cesar going to finish in the 5th spot, I believe. And again, this is one of those races, man, where it's just like that track is so complicated, so tough. You really got to be on your game there and not make any mistakes, or just make the fewest mistakes, and just hopefully be able to recover from any mistakes that take place. And the 87 car does just that, man. He had a few mistakes there, and like everybody did on the track, but he was just in the right place at the right time, being able to recover as well. And does a great job there. So congratulations to the 87 on a big race win for him. It's going to be an odd placed winner's shot. Wow, what the heck happened there? That's all I got, man. See if we can get a better one. He didn't give us much to work with, man. I thought he was going to do a burnout. That's not a bad one. I was able to sneak one. So congratulations to Ben Silva on a great race win. Challenging track there. CS Meacobos comes away with a 2nd place finish. Tiago Fassini is 3rd. Anderson Ferreira is in the 4th position. Olafo Cesar finishes 5th. You see Ederson Carnero, Elder Mueller, Neto Vidal, Michelle Mendonça, Julio Caligari finish in the top 10 there. Round out the top 10, I should say. All right, man. Well, we got Ben Silva up here, Elder Mueller up here. So congratulations, Ben Silva. Great job.
Parabéns aí, Ben-Hur. Ótimo trabalho aí. Ganhou essa briga intensa aí.
Obrigado, boa noite aí. Foi difícil essa corrida, hein? Meu Deus do céu. Que corrida difícil. Mas valeu por essa. Tô muito cansado. Corrida mentalmente cansativa demais. Bora lá pra próxima.
He thanks you. He thanks all. He's tired. He's exhausted. It was a very difficult race, and he's taking a breath now. He starts to thinking in the next race.
Man, you had a good 4-way battle there for a little while, and you had to be thinking that everybody on the track at some point was going to have a mistake or two, and just to be able to capitalize on somebody else's mistake, you knew you were going to be making a mistake somewhere along the line. Everybody did tonight. The track was so challenging, but talk a little bit about how fun it was to have that 4-way battle there early in the race.
Ele pede, bem, para você comentar um pouquinho sobre a briga que vocês tiveram ali, os 4. Praticamente todo mundo na pista cometeu algum erro, independente de que posição estava, e a briga estava muito ferrenha ali, e vocês 4 estavam ali num nível bem próximo, disputando meio que para ver quem errava menos e quem conseguia ser mais rápido errando menos.
Foi isso mesmo. Ele acertou a briga ali no começo, foi legal, foi muito intensa. Eu não esperava nem ultrapassar, aquelas ultrapassagens que eu fiz lá, eu nem imaginava que ia conseguir fazer. Tava muito difícil a pista de ultrapassar, de manter o ritmo principalmente. Tava muito complicado, mas foi muito divertido ali, né? Aquela disputa ali, eu errei muito, tomei punição, teve de tudo nessa corrida.
He says that in that race we have everything. Everyone make mistakes. The fight is for who make less mistakes. The first fight, the fast in the first laps was so hard. He didn't expect the pass the other challenges, and it's so difficult to maintain his pace, his like lap times, maintain the advantage and fight with others. He thinks that he committed many errors too. He suffered punitions, but in the end, he was the racer that make many mistakes, that make less mistakes.
Well, you had Ismail Kobus there really close to you there at near the end, and he had a little bit of trouble there on one of the laps and fell back. You came in tonight in the second position. Edson Luis had some trouble here tonight, so you're definitely going to be moving up in the point standings. How do you feel about here early on? I know we're early in the season. How do you feel about your chances of maybe winning a championship here in the IndyCars?
Ele comenta que você é a terceira etapa, né? Mas você estava ali pau a pau com o Edson na disputa pelo campeonato. Porém, o Edson teve problemas e não conseguiu fazer os 70% da prova, não vai pontuar hoje, então com certeza você vai pular aí com uma vantagem boa aí na liderança do campeonato, você que conseguiu pontuar as 3 etapas. Então, o que você está sentindo aí, como você espera aí continuar seu campeonato?
Ele teve azar ali, não entendi também o que o Edson bateu ali na reta, não sei o que houve. Uma pena. Ia ser uma disputa bem legal e ele estava com um ritmo mais forte que o meu. E acabou se acidentando ali, uma pena. O campeonato, esses mistos aí tá me pegando. Então tentar manter o ritmo, treinar bastante e vamos ver o que vai acontecer pelo resto do campeonato aí.
He didn't understand what happens with Edson. He didn't know. He thinks that he was so bad luck because he was faster than practically everyone. He was faster than him, but he thinks that was a bad luck for Edson. He expects to maintain the rhythm of the championship, maintain some points in every races. The road races are very difficult in this car, in this Indy, and he expects to train hard to continue to some points in all races of the championship.
Well, you have Long Beach coming up next week, 45 laps there, and then following that, Indianapolis road course, and then the Indy 500 on August the 5th. How do you feel about the schedule coming up here in this IndyCar series?
O que te espera aí agora é Long Beach, 45 voltas em Long Beach, uma pista também muito difícil, se eu não me engano, até parecida com a pista anterior lá, com um muro muito perto. E em seguida Indianápolis, a Road, e somente depois a gente vai ter um oval, que você espera aí dessa sequência de road tracks aí?
Eu espero pontuar o máximo possível e não me manter em acidente. A próxima etapa vai ser muito complicada, mais muro pela frente. Então, aquela pista lá é muito, muito, muito difícil. E vamos ver o que vai acontecer lá. Vamos tentar pontuar o máximo que der lá. E vamos ver o que vai dar.
He says that the next race is much difficult too. One of the most difficult of the season. He expects to maintain in the points, maintain escaping from accidents, maintain some in the points, and train harder to assure to finish the races in good positions.
Well, you're going to be in Indianapolis 2 Mondays in a row. You got to come by and see me. I only live about 60 kilometers away, so you're definitely going to have to come by and say hi.
Show. We try. We will try. You may appear in the public to watch the race.
That's right.
Yeah. Ele está comentando que ele mora bem pertinho ali do circuito de Indianápolis. E são duas provas seguidas em Indianápolis e ele mora lá pertinho de Indianápolis. Qualquer coisa a gente tiver um tempinho entre os treinos para passar lá na casa dele para dar um oi.
Sim, vamos todo mundo dormir lá na casa dele então. Vai dar uns treinos lá.
Everyone will sleep in your house, EJ.
All right, man. As long as you take my dog out to poop. Hey, always a pleasure watching you race. You're just a fantastic race car driver, and a pleasure to have you up here in the broadcast booth. Congratulations on another great win, and best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Parabéns, Benhu. Prazer sempre estar assistindo aí suas corridas. E muita sorte aí pro resto da temporada, ele te deseja.
Obrigado, muito obrigado aí.
Thank you, EJ. Thank you.
All right, Elder. Thank you for translating too, and good job to you tonight as well, man.
Thanks. I try.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See you. Bye.
All right, that's Ben Silva and Elder Mueller joining us up here in the broadcast booth. What a great job those guys did tonight. Ben Silva, man, like I said, you always seem to find that guy up at the front. He always seems to find a way to get his car up to the front. Ismael Kolbas has a great night there, recovering. All these guys really recovering from adversity. Tiago Fassini had some issues there. Anderson Ferreira really sneaks in, I think, for a fourth place finish. He was a little bit further back there most of the night. Olafo Cesar too. I think he's got to be pretty pleased with the problems that he had early in the race to finish out with a fifth place position. Really got to be happy about that, I think. So not really sure about what happened to some of these guys here that have fallen out early. I think just enough attrition there, enough damage there that they said, hey, it's enough for me, and I'm going to call it an early night. But nonetheless, they'll be back next week at Long Beach, and of course we'll be bringing you that race live right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, tonight's race has been brought to you by IndyCar Brazil, man. What a great bunch of guys here at IndyCar Brazil. Just a fantastic, welcoming group of folks. And we share our love for racing. And really has been a pleasure for me and an honor for me to be able to broadcast races for these guys. But also just to become friends with these guys, too. I want to say thanks so much to Jair Oliveira for really bringing me here for the first time. Ran some laps here, I believe I ran some DTM cars with him. I also did some Indy cars as well early on, and when I started getting into broadcasting, it was sort of a natural progression here to say, hey man, I can maybe broadcast some races for you. So Sullivan Gardena, I want to say thank you so much to him and being so welcoming here and really making me feel part of the family here at IndyCar Brazil. Greatly appreciate that. Well, coming up on Wednesday, man, you may see some guys that were out on the track here tonight competing in the Ironman Racing Series, a little stock car action. Race number 5 in that third season of 2019, 157 laps from Richmond. That's north side in the game. We know that is Richmond, of course, and that's coming up on Wednesday, July the 17th. Racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 157 laps there in the Ironman Racing Series live right here on TurnLeft TV. And then on Friday, man, if you want to do some stock car racing, you can get in the stock cars, 235 lap heat races and a 70 lap feature race at Eagle Creek. That is Kentucky. What a great track that is. That's race number 7 in their summer season. So you got 235 lap heat races to get it on, and then a 70 lap feature race to make it happen, huh? Racing starts about 8:45. And should be a great one. So if you're really interested in getting into some rFactor 2 racing and really cutting your teeth here, it's a good place to do it on a Friday night. And then on Saturday, man, the Saturday Night Thunder High Octane Racing League's Premier Series will be in action for open setup racing at Eagle Creek Speedway. 167 laps there. That's race number 7 in their 2019 summer season. So that's coming up on July the 20th right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, hey, man, congratulations to Ben Silva. What a great race he had. Ismael Colbus has a great race, too. Tiago Fassini. Good to see some of those other guys really that I'm sort of new to. Ismael Colbus, Tiago Fassini, Anderson Ferreira, all those guys new to me. Good to see them up in that top 5. Had good races there. And, excited to bring you the rest of the season here in IndyCar Brazil. I'm looking forward to Long Beach next week, and I would bet you that Ben Silva is going to be ready to go at that track. He is always cool, calm, and collected. We say cool as a cucumber. Carlos Leite probably remembers me introducing him to that saying. So good luck to Ben Silva and really all the whole crew here next week at Long Beach. Definitely going to be a fun one to bring you. Hey, thanks so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and joining in. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up button down in the video. You can share these videos with your friends and family. Let them know if you like what you see here. You definitely share those. You can share them on any social media platform. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. And bring your friends, man. Have them subscribe to the channel so they can check out the racing here. And if you'd like to, you can hit the donate button and donate through PayPal as well. All of your support, just showing up, watching those races, hitting the thumbs up button, all that stuff, man. Any one of those things, no matter what it is, and your support, I greatly appreciate you coming out and joining me here on TurnLeft TV. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeft TV. Thanks so much. Congratulations to Ben Silva on a big, big race win to him. And we will see you next week. That's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeft TV. I got to let the dog out. Be out of here.